Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We're going to try to do this. My voice feels a little bit like it's going, but I think I'll be able to get through the stream, so we're going to try this out. But what we're going to be doing today is continuing work on that floating eye. I did do a bunch of work on it yesterday off of stream, and I'll show you what's all going on with that in just a moment. But before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Alka Mortis is available for wish listing. So definitely check that out if you're interested. It's a dark fantasy roguelite auto battler. And you can also support me and the game on Patreon. If you sponsor the game, which is subscribing at this highest tier here, you get a number of good perks. One perk is I will send you a Steam key for the game when the game launches. So it's like a pre-purchase of the game. And you will also have your name listed in the in-game Alka Mortis credits. So if that sounds good to you, definitely consider doing that. Every bit of support helps. Also, I've got my Udemy courses available for sale. So if you've been wanting to make games in the Godot engine, then this is a great way to learn how to do that. It's also a great way to support me. And you can also join the Discord. That is linked in the description as well. All right, so let's get right into this. Let me show you what I've got going on. I forgot what I had finished on the stream yesterday. Oh, I was working on making multiple eyes spawn in the map after a boss fight, and I needed to manage all of those so that they didn't occupy the same edges and all of that stuff. So let me show you what's going on here. So I go into the boss fight, beat the boss. And so what happens now is we've got this one eye over here. But if I start moving, we get some more eyes popping up around the map. So these are the eyes that are covering the first region now. So again, this is to prevent the player from being able to hang around in a region that they've already beat. So that's just kind of like, that's my solution for preventing that from happening. So this region becomes basically just covered with these eyeballs. And these eyeballs, again, they increase the notoriety penalty. So notoriety penalties increased by 4. So basically I'm going to be able to visit fewer nodes that are viewable or that are under the influence of eyeballs than I would if I were to just visit nodes that weren't under that influence. I may need to change the number of eyeballs available, but I think that's pretty much covering the region. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. May need to up that number, so maybe we'll try that. Anyway, hello Clickertail. Hello Meep. Welcome, welcome. Emerson, good morning. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Did everyone lose their aliases? Well, good afternoon, JKAG. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Hello, Rin. Always good to see you. YouTube did that change yesterday. It looks really cool with the multiple eyeballs. Well, I don't know what name is it. What name is it using from YouTube then? I don't know. I don't know. What happens? What if I put hello test? Oh, it's just okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it looks really cool with the multiple eyeballs. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks great, but we're gonna have to test this out. So I got a couple of things to do still with that. I want to animate it in. I need to animate this in. Add spawn animation, prevent eyeballs from sharing edge. I also need to fix... Well, this is probably a separate thing, but... Yeah, never mind. So let's add an in animation for this. Now I don't know how this is gonna work. Hello, tested. I don't know how this is gonna work. This is not gonna look good. So I was gonna just do like a basic, you know, scale in animation for the spawn animation, but I don't think that's gonna look good with the circle there. So I might have to come up with a different way of drawing the circle expansion. So we'll see. Oh, this eye sprite is gonna be a problem too. Let me think about this for a second. This was 14 before. 5, so that's 9. A difference of 9, so we'll move this one up. Transform position, -9. What do I want to do for the spawn animation? Yeah, maybe we'll just do this. Let's just do play spawn animation inside of ready. So what I did also, just to mention, is I created a floating eye manager, of course. So to prevent the floating eyes from occupying the same edges, I moved all the movement logic basically to this floating eye manager here. And this will just stores all the relevant information about which eyes are where and which eyes are affecting which nodes and all that stuff. And so it's pretty easy when you have that data centralized to prevent the eyeballs from sharing the same edge. So all that happens is when this on-map entered signal is handled, it will update the positions. It just iterates over each floating eye and it finds a valid neighboring edge that is not occupied, and then it just updates all of the data relevant to that new edge. And then of course it calls this update position on the eye, which will do the animation. So the eye now, this floating eye scene, doesn't actually contain any data anymore. I guess it does have this configuration data, but it basically no longer changes anything about the game state. This is just a purely visual thing. So anyway, I don't know if that's relevant, but we're going to do visuals tween position. Let's do visuals bar original position is equal to visuals.position. We're going to do original position float duration. I don't know. Let's do like a 0.75, I guess. visuals dot position is equal to vector 2.0. Okay. And then we're going to do set transition. Transition type that back, ease type out. Very nice. We also want to do we want to parallelize this. So tween dot set parallel. Tween dot tween. I kind of like this. I kind of like doing this. I created some extension methods to just tween the common properties because it's just easier. So if I do tween scale, vector 2 to scale, just a little bit nicer. I can remove one argument there. I don't need to put a string in there every time. So tween.tween scale, visuals vector 2.1, 0.75f dot set transition back and then out. I think that's good. I don't know. We're gonna have to see it. But I also need to scale this floating eye radius. So I guess I'll just try to do that. I don't think it's going to look good because this is a 1 pixel wide radius or 1 pixel wide circle here, and scaling it down is not going to look that great. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I'm not even going to try that. I need a different solution for that. So basically the only solution for this is going to be to use the custom drawing, I think. So what we're going to need to do is basically draw a custom circle that has its radius changing over the duration of the animation, and then do an outline shader on that. Or no, I don't even need to do that. I can just draw a circle. Now the problem with the custom drawing, so what am I trying to say here? So if I just drew this circle with the custom drawing functions here, if the eyeball goes off of screen, Godot will stop rendering the eyeball, which means that it will stop rendering the circle. So if the eyeball were off the screen like this part of the circle wouldn't be rendered if I was using the custom drawing functions. So basically I need to make sure that the bounding box of whatever's being drawn is big enough. I don't know how to put it. I guess there's like a bounding box of the texture that's being drawn, and the custom drawing functions don't like create such a bounding box. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I wonder if I could. I'll just do it this way. Let me think. I could set this modulate here to transparent so that it's still rendered, but it's just transparent. And then I could do a custom drawing function to animate a circle being drawn. And then I could cease drawing that circle and just put the sprite back there. That might be the way to do it. That might be the way to do it. Seems like a lot of eyeballs though, too many I think. Just my thoughts. Well, that's the point. The point is that there's supposed to be, after you beat the boss, the area is supposed to be covered in areas that are hard to traverse because there's so many eyeballs. What's the circle? The circle is just the eyeball radius that it affects. What do the eyeballs do? They increase the notoriety penalty of any node that's in their radius. So any node that is within the radius of the eyeball will have an increased notoriety penalty when you visit it. Okay. It's time for game dev once again. Yes, it is. Welcome, Jackie Daytona. All right. Well, let's see. Private float circle draw radius. Var radius tween. Radius tween dot tween. We're going to do tween method. I think that's what needs to happen. We need to go to 0 to radius. I think that's it. And then let's do also Q redraw. Public override void draw. Draw circle. Vector 2.0 circle draw radius. Game constants dot color dark purple. Oh, I can't just do an outline. Hold on a second. Filled, here we go. Filled equals false, width equals 1. Well, let's see what that does. I don't know if that's going to work. So we'll see if this eyeball spawn animation works now. So yeah, before you fight the boss, there's only like one eyeball. The eyeballs only get filled after you beat the boss. So it just makes it less appealing to stay in a region. There's no eyeball spawning here. I can't see the animation. Okay. How am I going to test this? If this dot is current scene, position plus equals vector 2.1 times 150. Create tween dot tween interval 2 seconds dot tween action. Play in animation. Oh, that doesn't work. tween interval, 2 seconds. Tween action. Play spawn animation. I'll remove that after I see what the animation looks like, but now I should be able to just run this scene by itself, and then I should be able to see that animation. Okay. Good morning, Chris. Your name has changed along with everyone else. I wonder why that's not working. Am I not doing this scale properly? Oh, I never set the visuals dot scale equals vector 2.0. And then we're going to do also this. Radius sprite. Node private node 2D, radius sprite. Okay, and then we're going to do, what is going on? Radius sprite dot modulate is equal to colors dot transparent. Tween dot tween action. Radius sprite dot modulate is equal to colors dot white. Okay, let's see what that does. That's hella rude. Yeah, it is. Agreed. Google out here doxing people. Yeah, I don't know what's YouTube as a platform is just like, what are you doing, you know? I guess that animation looks all right. Why is this radius sprite.modulate not looking correct? Vector 2.0 is my new top-down shooter with the Mega Man upgrades. That would be a good name for a game. Vector 2.0. This update ruined my attempt at a personal rebrand. Yeah. Hello, Artem. I've missed a lot of stuff. The floating map eyeball thing. Yeah, this is this adds a notoriety penalty for any nodes that it hovers over. It's the new way that I'm... Excuse me. It's the new way that I'm trying to prevent the player from hanging around in one region for too long. Okay, I think that looks fine. Private bool draw circle. So we do play spawn animation, draw circle equals true. Why is this not working? I don't understand this. I just don't know what's going on. Why is this not working the way that I think it does? From reading the little online, it seems to be because @handles are unique. Oh, I see. Well, I guess you'll have to change your @handle if you want your name to be different in the live chat. Why is that not working? I don't understand this. Oh, I know why. I did something wrong, I think. Yep, I did something wrong. Oops. Uh-oh. My C# extension just failed. Okay. Can't impersonate Firebelly now? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No one can impersonate me. I'm a special and unique individual. One of a kind. One in a million. This should work now. There we go. Okay, that looks better. The one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to round this, I think. Well, that didn't make much of a difference, but it looks like we've got a decent animation in here now. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of, let me do this. Private void test animation. I'm just going to leave that there in case I ever need to do that test animation again, but I'm not going to leave it in the ready there. So let's see what happens now. I know I can, no can draw circles with draw method, but can you draw something in the editor? I mean, not a sprite 2D, but some... What? I don't understand. I don't understand what you're asking, Artem. Not a sprite 2D, but some using draw circle? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Artem. I don't know. I don't know what the question is. You can draw stuff in the editor, like through an editor tool, if that's what you're asking. OMG, my typing today. Yeah, it's okay. So if I just go back and forth here, so you can see that there's more eyeballs popping up. And the other thing about the eyeballs too is that they increase the notoriety penalty of any node within their radius, but they also reveal portions of the fog of war that you haven't been to yet. So you can kind of keep an eye on them and see like, oh, there's a shop over there. So I can make my way over to that shop. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Still have to play test this, obviously, but I think this is better than what I had before, which is that it would just like add this little icon. These little eye icons to these nodes. And I think, first of all, like, so this is what it would look like after you beat the boss and they would just all have a penalty. I think this is a little bit more interesting because now it's only some nodes have a notoriety penalty, and you can kind of find a path through. You can kind of find a path through that does not incur a notoriety penalty. So you still have an opportunity to hang around in an old region if you want. But I still need to think of, ways to, first of all, make hanging around in an old region maybe a little bit more interesting, or give you some reason why you'd want to do that, but as well as encouraging the player to leave the region. So I guess what I'm looking for is like a risk reward thing to staying in an old region, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so that's good. Good morning, Neozoid. Welcome back. Always good to see you. I was asking if I can draw things in the editor, same as using draw circle. Yeah. So yeah, you can draw whatever you want in your in a tool script in the editor using the custom drawing functions. It works just fine. Obviously, you'll have to gate it behind like that engine editor hint thing, but yeah, it definitely works. Keep an eye on them, he said, yeah. Do the aura stack on nodes? They do, yeah. If the eyes can move, that would add extra danger decision making. They do move, yeah. Every time you move, the eyes also move. Aura farming, yeah. The staying benefit could be that there's a chance to get villager cards, maybe. Yeah, that could work. I don't know, it's something I need to think about still, for sure. Okay, so the next thing is I need to remove this old eye icon from here. So we're going to get rid of these two things. Goodbye. Eye animation player. Goodbye. Going to get rid of this. Play eye animation. Oops. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. We don't need any of these things. These are no longer needed. Set has Inquisition penalty. I'm going to get rid of this as well. We're going to get rid of all that has Inquisition penalty stuff. I'm going to change this a little bit. It's equal to is visited. Simplify that. I wonder if I could simplify this even more. I probably could, but whatever. It's fine. Okay. Disable notoriety penalty. I may want to do this. Notoriety penalty label.visible is equal to map node effects manager dot has public static bool has map node effect of type. What did I call it? Okay, we'll see what that does. Are you still using Connect for signals or using C# as events? I'm using Connect for signals, yeah. I'm using the signals. Map node tooltip. Did I get rid of... Yeah, I think I probably got rid of something I need to keep. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. There's going to be some weird stuff happening here, but let's take a look at what this looks like. Deleting old code after a huge refactor big feature always feels so good. Yes, it does. I saw some plus equals, so I'm wondering if those signals are just regular events. Yeah, those are signals. Anytime you see the plus equals when I'm using that, it's like the event style signal connection. It's still a Godot signal under the hood. I'm just using the, I guess, the event subscription way of doing it. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah, I'm not creating my own C# events and subscribing to them. All the events in the game are Godot signals. So this is the problem here. This says that notoriety penalty is increased. And the Inquisition is regrouping no notoriety penalty. So I think I just need to handle this case. This is going to be a little bit weird, but we're going to do this. Node effects manager dot modify wanted level map node 0. Oh, the other problem. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this part. Run manager. Notoriety penalty pause duration. Wanted level increase. Where's this set? Notoriety penalty pause duration is greater than 0. 0. I see. Oh, my cats are making noise. That's all right. How do I want to do this? So this get wanted level, this does not account for when that notoriety penalty is paused immediately after fighting a boss. So what I need to do in here is somehow handle it, but I don't really want to pass game state into here necessarily, but maybe I should. I don't know. Modify wanted level this 0. Maybe. That might work. So I could do map node get wanted level true. To string. That should work. I don't know. Let's see if that works. Oh, I need to change this too. Run manager. Oops. Okay. Let's see if that works. Good morning, Ninja Link. Your name has changed as well. That's funny. YouTube is just messing with everybody today. All right, let's see what happens here. Under the Watch of the Inquisition, notoriety penalty increased. This one says Inquisition is regrouping, no notoriety penalty. So these penalties are all just 4. But then the ones outside are now paused. So if I do this, should be 0, that should be 0. Okay. I think that's more reasonable. Okay. I think that makes sense. Have you seen the clip I shared in Discord? No, I haven't. I'm sorry. No, I have not. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. We'll have to give this a play test, I guess. There may be too many. Let's see. I'm going to reduce the number. So where is that set at? Let's do divided by 12. So let's see if this makes more sense in terms of the number of eyeballs that are on the map. Okay, yeah, I think that makes more sense. So you still got some patches where you can get through, but then there are these notoriety penalties. I think that makes sense. Okay. That works. So the next thing to do... I think the next thing to do is to... So that's done. We need to work on being able to hover nodes that are in the fog of war. Also, I need to animate floating eye. Fog reveal texture on spawn. So that's something that I need to do as well. So yeah, we need to figure out how to fix it so that nodes that are in the fog of war can't be hovered. How are we going to do that? I guess we'll figure that out. So the problem here is that, yeah, I can just hover over any node that's in the fog of war. Which is not good, because I could just do this. Oh, there's a combat there. There's an enchant there. So it's going to be a little bit tricky because I want to be able to hover over every node that I've revealed here. Why is there so many nodes revealed? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess that's right. I guess that's right. So yeah, I need to make any node that's been revealed by the player hoverable, but also any node that is currently revealed by the eyeball needs to be hoverable as well. Steam trailer in progress? Yes, it's in progress. Does that mean the notoriety doesn't increase by default when moving, or how does it work? Every node has a notoriety penalty associated with it, so that will increase the notoriety when you visit it, but the eyeball increases the gain, so it becomes less attractive to visit nodes that are under the watch of an eyeball, basically. So that's the way it works. Okay, give me 3 minutes. I'll take a 3-minute break, and then when I come back, we will figure out how to fix this tooltip hovering issue. So yeah, that'll be fun. All right, I'm back. Let's do this. So, map node. How is this working? Anim default. Oh, this should go away. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I think I need to merge this branch. Hold on just a second. Let me go do that real quick. Close Godot so it doesn't mess anything up. Okay. Let's get Godot back up. So I thought I had this before, so I'm wondering what happened to that functionality, or maybe I just never had it, but... Where is this being hovered? Is this being hovered in the map container? Hover entered. Interesting. So on map node hover entered. So I basically need to... Yeah, I basically need to disable that tooltip if it's not revealed. So we have this revealed nodes list. So this is going to be simple enough to fix for that case. Let me see. Map node hovered. So if this is here, we're just going to do this. If not revealed nodes dot contains node, we're just going to return out of there. That should fix that, but then we got to figure out about the eyeball, because the nodes that are underneath the eyeball don't technically count as revealed in the code. Got to put my slippers on, my feet are cold. Okay, anyway. So yeah, oh, that still lights up when I hover it. So I probably need to... Clickable coordinator, disable mouse input and enable mouse input. I think what I should do actually is I should do this. I should do map node.add input lock here. That will prevent that from just happening automatically. And then when a node is revealed, I need to remove an input lock. So revealed. Highlight visitable nodes. Revealed nodes.add this. Node.remove remove input lock here. Let's see if that much works. So I can't hover that one even though it's revealed. I can't hover this one. This one's correct. I can't hover that because it's not revealed yet. So that works. This one is not revealed by the player, but it is revealed by the eyeball. So this is the case that we need to handle. But this is going to be easier to see if the eyeball's like up here. So I can't hover over any of these because those are not revealed yet. These ones I can, because those have been revealed by the player. So now we got to figure out Now I got to figure out how to do this. So we have this affected nodes here. There's going to be a weird edge case here. I almost need to like reverse this. Hold on a second. Because I'm using like a lock system where I can add an input lock to this clickable control, which is what the map node is. And I can add as many input locks as I want. It just increases the counter. And it's only when the input lock gets to 0 that it becomes enabled again. And so this is kind of the way that I can with multiple systems like disable input and make sure the input is disabled. And if multiple systems all want to disable a node at the same time, they can do that. It won't break anything. But if one system wants to release a lock, but another system still has a lock in place, then that first system will release its lock, but the node will still not be hoverable again until that count gets to 0. So basically, as many systems as I want can have a lock on the map node here, but the map node is only hoverable or only accepts input when no system has a lock on it. Now the problem is that the floating eye is going to be a temporary release of the input lock, but it's almost like I need to reverse it. I need to say like there's like a temporary reveal lock, because multiple floating eyes could overlap the same node. But the problem is, yeah, how am I going to do this? Interesting. Hello, Rookie Tookie, welcome back. Yeah, they did update YouTube, yeah. 2 in the morning, just went for a drive for a chicken kebab. What'd I miss? Not much, just still working on this. I'm trying to fix the hover states for nodes that are in the fog of war. Can't complain, I love my handle. Hello, the Sky One, welcome. Good to see you. This is going to be a little bit tricky. The other problem with this remove input lock is it doesn't go below 0. So it clamps it to 0. So I can't have like negative input locks. That wouldn't work anyway. So what do I need to do here? I may have gotten myself into a pickle here. Well, I know that I'm going to want to handle this in the map container here, and the map container contains a reference to this floating eye manager here. So let's do this first. Node revealed event handler. Run map node, map node. So inside of each of these, so update map node effects. Let's do signal public delegate void node unrevealed. I don't know if that's a word, but event handler. So in here, what I'm going to want to do is emit signal node unrevealed with node. Clear the affected nodes. For each new affected node, we're going to do emit signal node revealed node. So that's basically the only job of the floating eye manager here. So in this ready method here, what I'm going to need to do is we'll do floating eye manager dot node revealed plus equals on floating eye node revealed. Floating eye manager node unrevealed on floating eye node unrevealed. Private void on floating eye node revealed. Run map node map node. What I'll do in here is I'll say if not revealed nodes, or let's do if revealed nodes dot contains map node. I'm going to return. I don't think this is going to work either. I might need to just create a different record of this stuff. So dictionary run map node int temporary reveal locks or something. Temporary reveal locks, try get value map node, lock count +1. May I ask why are you using node 2Ds for your visuals into the control node instead of text directs? A couple of reasons. One, I don't want the other control nodes to interfere with my mouse events. So if I was using control nodes here, it could mess up how I'm handling this mouse event at this root level. Of course, that's fixable, but it's just easier to avoid that entirely. And two, it's just easier to apply shaders and particles and whatnot to node 2Ds. It's easier to animate them, etc. So yeah, that's why. I'm in the middle of my US move. No worries. Welcome back, RN Genesis. I'm here and alive, so it's a win. Awesome. Hope development is going well. It is. Isn't text direct also a control node? It is, yeah. I was wondering why you went that way. It's just easy. Like if you're just doing pure visuals and you don't like the control nodes are for UI elements and for aligning and laying out UI elements and also handling mouse events. And if like in my case, I'm just using this control node here to handle mouse events. That's it. It's not part of a broader like UI layout. So it just makes sense in my case to just use the control node for handling mouse events and then use the plain old node 2D visual nodes like sprites to get the visuals in place. That's the least complicated way of doing it in my opinion. Yeah. Would splitting input lock into two and input lock and a visibility lock possibly help? Hello, Grandra. It could possibly help. Maybe. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing now with the separate input lock system, but yeah, we're gonna have to see. This is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. How do you make a pause screen? Because pausing the tree pauses the screen as well. Yeah, all you do, every node has this option. You go into your node properties, so your root node for your pause scene here. Go to the root node and you scroll down to the process section at the very bottom under the node section. You go to process mode always. And if you turn process mode to always, it will never be affected by the scene tree pause state. You're also going to want to do that if you have, like, in my case, I've got an audio helper. This audio helper here is an auto load node, and I changed this. Oh no, did I not change that process mode? Am I lying? Anyway, for all my long running music, you also want to set your music nodes to process always, so that the music won't stop when you're paused as well. Yeah, you're welcome. What am I gonna do here? Why is this so hard? I don't think this is gonna work. I think this will work. The problem is, so let's say that I reveal a node and then this, or wait. I'm probably going to get a bunch of errors here, but I don't know. Let's see if this works. Can the fog itself provide a lock and the eyes remove the fog when in range? The fog is a purely visual effect. So the fog has no relationship to the game state really at all. Oh, this doesn't affect checkpoint nodes either. Well, that's not going to work well. I'm already getting some errors. Attempted to remove input lock when none were present. I don't think this approach is going to work. I mean, the only other way to do it is I could do if temporary reveal locks. Temporary lock count. Temporary reveal lock count is equal to 0. So basically what can happen is, so the eyeball adds a temporary reveal lock to a node, but then that node could get revealed by the player. Then previously, before I added this conditional, it was removing the input lock from the node, but then down here it would do the same, or no. Yeah, it was removing a lock from the node, but the lock count was already 0. So basically I only want to remove hold on, I might just do this completely differently here. 1 second. Let's change this a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll just do reveal locks here. Hold on. I just had an idea, now I lost it. Get rid of this. If reveal locks map node less than or equal to 0. So I'll just keep track of all the systems that have revealed the node. So I'm going to do reveal locks, try get value, node alt var reveal lock count. Okay, there's a simpler way to do this. Let's do this. I'm going to create some helper methods down here. So private void add reveal lock for run map node. Private void remove reveal lock. Private int get reveal lock count. I may change this to just a Boolean, but let's see if this works. So now down here, I'm going to do add reveal lock map node. Remove reveal lock map node. Okay. Then in here, private void update reveal lock state for run map node. Map node. Get reveal lock.count is greater. Shoot, how am I going to do this? Add reveal lock. Well, in here, this is what I would do. I would do map node. If reveal locks map node equals 1, then we're going to what? Map node dot remove input lock. Add input lock there. I'm just going to do something very simple here first. I'm going to do remove reveal lock on the node. Get rid of this add input lock that I added. Okay, so now when we do this reveal nodes.add, we're going to remove a reveal lock from that node. Or no, add reveal lock. Okay, I think that's going to work. So basically, when we add the first reveal lock, we're going to remove an input lock. So that basically means the node is not going to be selectable. And then if we remove reveal locks such that the locks are less than or equal to 0, then we're going to add... Wait a minute. Add reveal. Yeah, add an input lock there. So what should happen, though, is that we're going to remove a lock. We're going to add a reveal lock when the floating eye reveals the node. We're going to remove that lock when the floating eye unreveals it. But then there's this third state up here, which is that if the node gets revealed by the player, a reveal lock gets added to the node, but that lock will never be removed. So it should just be permanently enabled. I have no idea. The question that I have, though, is that this clickable control here... No, I think that's right. I think that's right. Oh, anyway, let's see what happens. Will you be adding control or shift to auto sell? Probably, yeah. Probably. I have a lot of quality of life stuff that I need to do with the game, but that stuff is lower on the priority list because that can all just be added relatively easily later on. So I can hover over these nodes. I can't hover over that one. That's good. Can't hover over any nodes that are in this area. Can't hover over any of those nodes while we're going into the boss fight. That's good. Can hover over these ones. Can hover over these ones. I'm getting a lot of errors though. Son of a biscuit. Ugh, this is not good. I don't think this system is going to work. Enable mouse input. I don't think this is going to work. What are the advantages of doing C# instead of GScript? Is it performance really that much better? No, I wouldn't. Performance is not the main reason why I'm using C#. The main reason I'm using C# is for the structure, for the type system, for utilities like link and stuff. Performance is not a concern. Copilot is pretty good, yeah. I don't know how to get this to work. Oh, maybe I should get rid of that. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Is it working now? I'm just looking at the errors here. Oh, did I fix it? So now I can hover over all these nodes because the eyes are revealing them, even though I've never revealed them myself. I can hover over all these ones that I have revealed myself. I think it's working now. Maybe it is. Yeah, that should work. Okay, there's one other thing that I want to fix here, which is that it can't highlight the checkpoint nodes for some reason. I think that's because I'm filtering out the checkpoints in here somewhere. Yeah. So let's get rid of this here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to say if node event type is not equal to checkpoint, then we're going to add the map node effect. Otherwise, we're going to remove yeah. I'll just duplicate this here. If node.node event type is not equal to data event type.checkpoint. So instead of filtering out from the affected nodes, I'll just check here. I think that should work. Oh, I see. I don't really mind GDScript. The single window editor feels kind of neat and cozy. Yeah, I think that's true to some extent. I still prefer to use VS Code or another IDE when I'm doing GDScript just because there's more features available, but having everything in the editor is nice as well. Hello, Ariane. Welcome, welcome. I hope that I can remember all of your old names after YouTube changed everything. Okay, so now I can hover over the checkpoints here, which is nice, but they're not affected by the map node effect. Okay. I think it's working now. Goodness gracious. Okay. Fix fog of war hovering. All right, let's do this now. I'm going to do a play test of the game, see how everything's feeling. I haven't really changed. I mean, I have changed a lot, but as far as like the gameplay, the only things that have really changed is that floating eye. So we're going to play a little bit and see how that feels. Hopefully it feels decent. There's an obelisk there. You have no problem remembering my name since my name now is the exact same as when it was, yeah, before the change. I demand that you all change your YouTube handles so that I can remember who you are. New haircut. Yes, I got my hair trimmed a little bit. It's true. The Godot editor is lacking, but I'm certain they'll beef it up eventually. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Wonder why they changed it. I have no idea. Welcome back, Michael, though. Welcome back. I'm going to try to outrun this eyeball. Oh, it's going away. Nice. Okay. Get a health increase. Do I want to put anything on my board right now? Let's sell this. Yeah, I think I'll put the Wyvern on. Okay. Blair William, checking if mine changed. It changed, but still me. Yeah. I recognize your name. That's good. Okay. What do I want to upgrade? Let's go Wyvern upgrade. Ooh, the eyeball's coming. I think I can outrun it, though. Get rid of the frog, get rid of this, get rid of that. Do I want to do some alchemy here? Uh-oh. This dang eyeball. I think this works. If I alchemize these two things together, I think this works. If I'm not mistaken. Of course. That is not what I wanted. Guess I'll just have to spend some money to fit that on my board. Oh, I'm kind of nervous. Where's this eyeball gonna go? That's 11 points? Oh, goodness. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, it is working. Okay, it does proc off of itself. Very nice. Oh, thank goodness. Goodbye, eyeball. Will you stop following me, jeepers? So the eyeball is random. It doesn't bias itself to where the player is. But you wouldn't be able to tell that from the situation that I'm in here. Oh my gosh. I guess I'm gonna have to take that penalty hit. What do I want to upgrade? Just throw a skeleton on there, I guess. Are you serious? The one eyeball that's in the region. Oh my goodness. Get away from me. Come on, dude. It's just following me. It's supposed to be random. Well, this is going to be a tough boss battle, I think. Whatever. We have to sign our messages at the end, yeah. Are you serious, right, Meow? You need to pet him. Time to nerf it. Okay, boss time. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I wonder if I can pull out some alchemy here. I might want some healing, actually. Death cap. Let's see what this does for me. I didn't get anything out of that. All right. That's not good. Although this is a lower turn cooldown, so we'll take this one and put it there. See what happens, I suppose. Ooh, I'm actually... Yeah, that lantern saved me. Okay, very nice. Okay, eyeball. This obelisk is basically going to be useless, but we'll see. Let's do booster nodes. Okay, the eyeball's finally gone away from me. And there's another one here. What the heck is going on? All right, I need some boosters. Are you serious? Get away from me. Weird that I didn't see the pet message from that guy. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is weird. Okay, I'm going to try to put as much distance between me and that eyeball as possible. It's not working. It's just going to follow me. I have a pretty good build going so far, though, even though there's not much on the board here. Okay, I think I've finally put some distance. Whenever enemy damage is preserved, deal damage equal to preserved damage taken. That's going to work really well with my lantern that I've got there. Let's go this way. Oh, apparently it didn't work that well. Why am I dying a lot? I think the enemy board just does a lot of damage. Okay. Who's censoring me? I may need to... Well, let's just see what happens. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Okay. I made it through. Really? This thing is just chasing me. I need some more cards. Give me some more cards. Okay. I'm not going to win this run. Okay, the eyeball is up there now. Let's do boosters. Sage, heal 1 for each time the opponent applied poison. Well, that's useless. Upgrade a card. Kind of want to try to see if I can get a weapon build going. Am I going to lose to this one? Oh, gosh. Let's do that. I still need to sacrifice one more thing. Okay. What do I got here? Spiderlings? Take the spiderlings, I suppose. Oh, that thing is healing like a madman, but I think we'll be all right. Gosh, I'm just getting destroyed. Please, no. All right, I guess I'm going to lose that one too. All right, well, I guess the game needs some tweaks. I haven't really done any rebalancing after I introduced a bunch of those mechanics, so I think I need to just go in and tweak it some more play testing, more tweaks and whatnot. But anyway, that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciate that. If you want to support the game, you can wishlist Alka Mortis on Steam. I would very much appreciate that. And yeah, what else? I think that's it. So yeah, wishlist Alka Mortis on Steam. You can support the game on Patreon as well. And what else? Join the Discord, that's free. Everything is linked in the description below. I hope you all have a good day. I won't be streaming at all this weekend, so I will see you on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you then. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.